first sip from the bottle. Imagine, the glassmaker from Austria invites you to have the first sip from the bottle, because it has a very interesting effect, and let me introduce what the effect is. Have another sip of water and check the surface of your tongue. And you will notice that the surface of your tongue, you feel it on it all of a sudden. You feel the rough surface of your tongue. You feel it? How many sips of water did you have in your life and never paid attention to this little detail? Let me explain why you feel the surface of your tongue. It's because this sip of water, very simply, diluted your creamy saliva. You would say this little lip is a design gimmick. Have your first sip of water from this wonderful designed glass, 1958, and pay attention when you put the glass on your lips, you move back, your tongue tip curls. And this kind of effect that your tongue tip curls obviously lifts your tongue tip, and the cool water hits the front of your palate. And interesting is that we're going to talk about flavor picture, and this kind of flavor picture is built on three components: tactile sensation, taste, and sense of smell. And you will notice that the center of your tongue is untouched. It is warm. We pour the wine in a funnel in an empty bottle, and from the empty bottle back into its original bottle, and we double decanted the wine. That's all what we do. Nothing else. And this kind of double decanting aerates the wine and brings the wine to life, elevates the aromas, takes away the yeast aromas, which sometimes have a little smell, and makes the wine beautifully soft. I would definitely recommend to keep your wine for at least 2 to 3 seconds on your palate. This is the front end of the wine. This is where the wine is being introduced to tactile sensation and the sense of taste. Because the back end of the wine is only created by the sense of smell. We're going to talk about this. Imagine that there is even a chocolate which goes with Sauvignon Blanc. This to me was always surprising, because the high acidity of Sauvignon Blanc, I've never thought that there's a chocolate which goes with it, but I give away this little inside. It is chocolate with sea salt. And this kind of chocolate with sea salt, the beautiful minerality of this chocolate meets the minerality of the Sauvignon Blanc in a most incredible way. And you know what is the wildest of all the wildest chocolate and wine combinations is Syrah. Syrah and its spice goes with chocolate which is flavored with chili. This is really exciting on your palate, really exciting. So, in case you don't want to cook at home, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to clean pots and pans anymore. You just have chocolate and wine. That's all. It's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. So
the 2010, is not written here, that we will have later, is one of the artists that I like a lot, like 2008, like this 2013, because are able in producing elegant wines. There is always a little bit of acidity and the tannin that can disturb you. But this acidity and tannin that makes the wine elegant are matching food fantastically. And are the tannins and the acidity cleaning the mouth. And they're giving you the chance of repeating and tasting the food again and retaste and to appreciate. And I don't drink spirits. I don't drink wine in between meals. I don't drink, even beer. But wine is a complement of food. Food is making better the taste of food and is healthy. And my father, I was probably 12 or 13, and my father proposed me just for the first time a little bit of wine. And my grandmother was absolutely against the culture, especially of the grandmother, was to stop, to prohibit, not to give the chance the children to start drinking. And my father was against, he didn't like this. And he said to her, qui sait boire, sait vivre. They were speaking often in France. Qui sait boire, sait vivre. Who does know how to drink knows how to live.
Well, you need to aggravate wine. Have you ever heard about this word, aggravating wine? Mm-hmm. Doesn't exist in real terms. Does not exist in real terms. Aggravating wine means you need to shake it. You will notice, you see this foam here? So, and this foam comes with a noise. The preservative of wine is dormant CO2. Now, where does the dormant CO2 come from? Very simple, from the first fermentation, where the yeast attacks the sugars in the must and turns the sugar in alcohol and CO2. This kind of CO2 comes with a taste, which is sour and astringent. Therefore, we have double decanted the wine to reduce this kind of sourness and astringency, but to open the bottle of wine 24 hours before consumption. It has the same effect. You don't need aerators, you don't need a decanter, you just need to be organized.